State House is the people's house. These are not my words. These are the words of a businessman and Safina party leader Jimi Wanjigi. Jimi Wanjigi is telling President William Ruto that your legitimacy ended on June 25th, 2024, and now it is time for you to resign. You have to resign as soon as now. So through a series of tweets, Jimi Wanjigi is hitting on Ruto, telling him that he should not be very comfortable because of what happened on Wednesday when they blocked the young people, the Gen Zs, from entering to the State House. He's saying that the fight is not over. It is just the beginning of everything. So I'm going to take you through the series of tweets posted by Jimi Wanjigi, and then we discuss these further. So the first tweet is, State House is the people's house. Then the second tweet reads, one term is too far. Resign, Ruto, with your deputy. Your legitimacy went last year, June 25th, 2024. The people are coming for you now. Resign before you are forced to flee. And then we have the third tweet says, Sabasaba State House is the people's house. This is the tweet he shared 12 hours ago. So I don't know if Jimi Wanjigi is going to participate in this protest because we know that every year Sabasaba is always one of the most honored days in our local calendar, because this is the day 7th of July 1990 when we have the likes of Kinakagia, if I'm not wrong, who went out to the street to protest against a single party democracy, that they achieved their mission to a point that we end up having multi-partyism. So Jimi Wanjigi is saying that this year is going to be a different form of a protest, because this year the young people are going back to the street and the young people are going to march to the State House. So this is him. I don't know how they are planning for this because I've seen the people, the likes of Kina blogger Cyprian Nyakundi, who has been controlling the conversation online, saying that we have 2 weeks to prepare, 2 weeks to take over, 2 weeks to put down this government because, you know, the government is saying that they are not going to allow any other protest to happen in this country because of what happened on Wednesday. We have people who lost their... We have people who are just, their shops was vandalized, broken into, people, we have goons who infiltrated the protest, and they did bad. They did bad. It happened in Nairobi, it happened in Nakuru, so in Nyeri. So there is a lot. There are people who are now counting losses. Their businesses was broken into, products were stolen and all that. So it is really sad for some. It was really a sad day for business people whose business were broken into. It is really a sad day. We understand it is so painful. We understand it's not an easy thing to bring up a business and then all of a sudden just one day you wake up and all is gone. It is so painful. It is so traumatizing. So Kenyans online are saying that we were peaceful. And the people who broke into these businesses were hired by the state. Young people believe that they didn't participate in stealing anyone's products, anyone's business. They're saying that that one was done by the state. And even the former DP Rigathi Gachagua has come out to condemn President William Ruto, saying that you cannot hire goons to attack people's businesses, and then at the same time you come out to say that it is the young people. So it is really tough. I don't know how it is going to be the next protest, because it is really, from what happened, it is really business-wise for people who lost their job is really a tough moment for them. But I think there is one message that the young people are sending, that the Wednesday protest proved one thing: the numbers are there. The numbers are there. Syrian numbers. This was the hashtag that has been trending on X for the past 7 days or so. Syrian numbers, and it has been proven that indeed the young people are the majority in this country. They have the numbers. You see, the problem is people are saying that, yeah, we have the numbers, we can wait until 2027, but can IBC give us a credible and fair election? This is the biggest question that people are asking. People have no doubt, people have no problem in waiting until 2027. The issue is no one believes in the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission. Nobody believes in this institution. Nobody believes that IBC will be there, and IBC that is controlled by Ruto is going to give people a free, fair and credible election. This is the big issue that is making people to even get more angry and mad, because they know that even if we go and vote person X during the 2027 election, the IBC is going to give us person Y as the winner. So they say that why should we wait for all that long and in the end we are not going to get the results that we want. We're not going to get legitimate results. IBC is going to do their things, their thing. So it is majority of Kenyans, from what I am observing online, is this: majority of Kenyans don't believe that 2027 will change anything, that 2027 is going to be a different election, that 2027 is going just to be like the 2007 election, the 2013 election, whereby the IBC determines the winner. But this is really sad. Looking at it from this angle, you see the IBC already has said that they need billions of shillings to prepare for this election. Like, the taxpayer is going to churn more that is going to be directed to the IBC, to an institution that people don't believe in, to an institution that people feel like, nah, this institution is like, it's just there, it's just going to serve the executive. So another question we're trying to ask yourself: why should we spend billions of shillings to prepare an election whose result people are not going to believe in? Like, is that not a waste of taxpayers' money? And this, I don't know to what end. I don't know if there is a time we are going to have a free, fair and credible election. I don't know if there is going to be a time that we are going to have an independent institutions. And I am not talking about the IBC alone. I am talking about the judiciary. I am talking about the National Assembly and all these institutions. Look at what police are doing. There is a report that there is a guy in Juja who was shot, was just in his balcony seeing how the Gen Z are protesting, and he was shot. Man was standing just observing how things are going, was shot. So huyu alikuwa amefanya makosa gani? So you see the police, the judiciary, the National Assembly, and now we have the IBC. All these institutions looks like they are just there to serve the executive. I saw Martha Koome yesterday. The CJ was very angry when he visited the courts. Was it in Kikuyu? Was it in Kiambu? Mahali watu waliamua na this court not serving us, wakaamua kuichoma. So Martha Koome very angry, saying that they don't have resources to build another one and all that. You see, when the institutions fail to see that fail to work for the people will have to take sheria mikononi mwao. What we are seeing is people are so angry because they know even if we have to go to courts, the courts are not going to serve us. The courts are now serving the executive, the National Assembly. That one is done. Done kabisa. So the people have lost hopes and faith in this institution to a point that they feel like the existence is not important. They feel like we don't need IBC, like the judiciary is just there, like we don't even have to have this institution. Like we have to, they're just getting paid by taxpayers' money, and in the end, they are not serving the mwananchi. So we are at a point whereby I don't even know what to say about the current state of our nation, because it's like everything is just there. People are just there. People, like, they feel like it is time for them to take over. It's like, I don't know. it is just a mixed feeling of people just there, people just trying 1, 2, 3, people just trying to see what is going to work for them, and all these frustrations. I think. I don't know why it is so hard for politicians just to be, to be good. Because all these, you cannot tell me that all these uprising, all this anger has been brought about by nothing. No, it is not. It is because people feel like, come on, we cannot elect you, and the only thing you are going to give us is nothing. And I think the positive thing I like about the current state of our nation is, in the future, all these people who are planning to go to politics to make money, forget about that dream. Forget about it. Kenyans are no longer taking it for granted. Kenyans are now saying that if you elect you as an MP, by the time your 5 years ended, you must show us what you did. You are coming here to tell us to vote you for to be the next president of this country. By the time the 5 years is ending, you must show us what you have done. The policies you're bringing, the project, the development, all these things we want to see. And this is the reason Ruto is finding it rough, because it is used to politicians going to office, making money for themselves, stealing everything, just being all about themselves. But now the Kenyans are like, nah, we are not going to entertain this anymore. We are not going to take this lightly. We are paying tax. We want to see what our taxes are doing. We want to see our hospitals. We want to see our nurses. We want to see we have medicines in hospitals. We want to see our schools doing well. We want to see roads. We want to see development. These are the message that these young people are sending out. So all these politicians who thought that they're going to join politics to enrich themselves, forget about that dream, because Kenyans are saying one thing, that enough is enough. For so long, you took us for granted, but that thing is over. We are not going to sit back and watch you squander money, watch you misusing public resources. We are not going to give you that time again. So anybody moving forward past 2027, I think that the political space is going to attract few individuals, especially those who know that they are not ready to serve people. I think majority of them are going to stay far away from the political space, and that is something good, because we cannot have a country that people pay taxes, high taxes, and at the end of the day, we don't see what the money is doing. We don't see what we don't get anything in return. So the message is so clear that we are changing the politics of this nation. We are changing the political space of this nation, because moving forward, by the time your 5-year term end, you must bring us, you must tell us, you must show us what you did, either as a governor, an MP, MCA, president, deputy, all these people. So it is going to be a tough for all these people who thought that they are going to join politics to make money. So we wait to see what is going to happen on Sabasaba, because I see that the discussion is coming up on social media platforms, because people are saying we should go back to the street. Others are saying that because Sabasaba was started by the old politicians, maybe it is for boomers to just now take over, and then we see how things are going to be. So we wait to see what is going to happen on Sabasaba, because it is really a very important day to this nation. But as at now, we are still talking about the uproar, the anger, the abductions, the killings, the police, judiciary, the National Assembly. All this discussion is not going to go away soon, because everything has changed. The 2024 protest changed the political space, the political scene, because it is now, everybody now talks about politics. Even the people who are ignoring politics are now talking about politics. So it is good for our country, because we want to see this country doing better. We want to see our economy, because we are doing bad. we are doing bad. We want, even if even if the government is not taking in criticism, but they should know that all these people are going to the street because they just want what is better for this country. Nothing more, nothing less. So I believe that all this anger, all this we are seeing, it's just because people want the government, the politicians to do the right thing. And if they are going to do the right thing, I'm sure all this will be settled and we shall be moving forward safely, enjoying life, business people enjoying just good environment for business and for people and for everyone, because we all want to see a prospering nation. We all want to see a Kenya that is moving forward. We all want to see a Kenya that is good for all of us. So that is it from me for now. Thanks for watching. This is Sophia Live.